I am a little discombobulated since our place is torn apart right now. Also hoping that the internet. Cool. Good morning. Happy Friday. We're just gonna go through about 70, like a 50 to 60-minute flow. We're gonna get started. Your backs. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. And begin to find the natural rhythm of the breath. Allow the breath to start to slow down. Noticing the energetic state of your body, the emotional state of your heart, and the quality of your thoughts. And try to be in tune with these 3 areas. Not labeling anything as good or bad, positive, negative. Just being with what is flowing through your body. You can start to rock the head side to side, loosening up the neck. And when you're ready, take a full body stretch. And then hug the knees into your chest. Arms come out to a T. Let the knees fall over to the left side, just coming into a gentle early spine twist. Let the knees come through center. Fall to the other side. Knees can stay bent or straighten them. And shift your gaze over the left shoulder. Hug the knees back in. Just come into an early happy baby pose. Draw the knees to the armpits. Doesn't have to be your deepest happy baby. Hands can be behind knees, maybe ankles. If you want to take this full version, hands can come to outside edges of the feet. You might want to rock side to side. That might feel nice. you're ready, start to rock and roll your way up. And then meet in a table pose. And let's start to draw some circles with the upper body. And then reversing these circles in the other direction. You can take these as slow as you would like. And coming back to center. On your next inhale, reach the heart forward. Come into your cow pose. On your exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, come into your cat. Inhale takes you to your cow. Exhale takes you to your cat. Keep flowing with your own breath. Maybe closing the eyes here. Allow any movement to come naturally, not fighting any differences that you're taking maybe today versus another day. Feel free to linger in a certain area. And taking about 3 more rounds on your own. And then after your last round, we'll tuck our toes, flip the hands so that the fingertips face the knees, and then sink your hips as far as you can towards your heels. We're going to do a nice wrist stretch. And then flip the hands back to normal. Keep your toes tucked and lift your hips back up in space. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal out your legs, stretch out the backs of the legs. Maybe take a look under either shoulder. Getting a little bit of a side body stretch there. And then find some stillness. This time walk the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Walk the hands in about a palm print. Reach the left hand over to the right ankle, just underneath the body. And shift the gaze underneath the right underarm. Should be a pretty intense stretch. Then back through the left hand, reach the right fingers over to the left ankle. Gaze underneath the left arm. Plant back through the hands. Walk yourself back to your downward facing dog. Lift the heels, soften the knees. On your inhale, roll the body forward, high plank. Exhale, hips lift back up in space, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll the spine forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more times with your breath, flowing like water, like honey. After your last round, meeting in a downward facing dog. Start to walk the fingertips to the back of the room. Come into a ragdoll. Knees can be bent as much as you'd like. Hands grab opposite triceps. Sway the body back and forth. Upper body hangs heavy. Nothing working here. Softening the posterior chain of your body. And release. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to rise. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands out, high plank. This time, left hand comes underneath the face. Shift the weight onto the knife edge side of the left foot. Come into a side plank towards the right side. Lifting the hips up higher. And then come back to your high plank. Opposite side, right hand underneath the face. And then shift the weight to the pinky side edge of the right foot. Stack the feet. Lift the hips up high. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Make your way back to high plank. On your next breath in, shift the weight forward. Exhale, shift the weight back. Keep shifting forward and back with your breath. So starting to build that strength in the wrists, in the shoulders, the core. Building some heat here. And then draw some circles in one direction. There was shifting the weight in the palms. Notice where the weight goes. One more in this direction. Switching directions. If this is too much, you can always lower your knees down. Once more. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Weave the body forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Hands next to the ribs. On your inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Peel the chest. Cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Breath in, cobra or upward facing dog if you're ready. And lower. Tuck the toes. Press yourself up, table or high plank. Downward facing dog. Take about 5 rounds of breath here. On your next breath in, lift the right heel to the sky. Draw the knee to the nose, and then step the foot through. Lower the back knee, and tuck the toes. Inhale, Low lunge on Vinyasa, arms rise. Soften the breath here. And on your next exhale, sink your hips back. Come into a half split. And you can take a couple pulses forwards and backwards. And then after you've had a little movement, come into your half splits. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold over. Then back through the right foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Walk your hands back. Take a skindasana at the back of your mat. Sink the hips to the heels. Hands can draw to your heart. Lengthen the front leg. Walk the hands back. Plant the hands on the inside of the right foot. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink your hips, yogi. Squat, malasana. Find that connection between the triceps and biceps. Couple rocks side to side. Root down through the hands. Press your hips up. Wiggle the feet underneath the hips. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Halfway lift. Step your way back, high plank. Shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog on your breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. Next inhale, lift the left heel. Draw the knee to the nose. Pause. And then step your heel first, then your toes next to your left thumb. Lower the back knee and tuck your right toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Low lunge. Plant down through the hands. Shift your hips back. Come into half splits for a moment. You can take a couple pulses in and out of the left leg. And just warming up the low body. And the next time you're in your half splits, pause. Inhale, lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale to fold. Plant back through the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Make your way into a skindasana at the back of your mat. Hips sink towards your right heel. Lengthen the left leg, hands to heart. Opening up our inner thighs, our hips. Walk the hands back on the inside of the left foot. You might need to wiggle the foot out to the edge of the mat. And then step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. Sink your hips. Yogi squat malasana. Sinking your sits bones closer to the earth. Tucking the tail. Spine is long. Eyes might be closed. And on your next inhale, lift your hips. Wiggle the toes underneath hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to right. Sweep the arms overhead. Maybe take a baby back bend this time. And then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, take a fold. Halfway lift. Your choice here. If you want to jump back, land with bent elbows to protect your shoulders. If you want to step back, awesome. Maybe just head to straight down to, or into your down dog, whatever you'd like. And your next inhale, lift the right heel. Draw the knee to the nose and step the foot through. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, high lunge. Biceps next to the ears. Taking this up a little notch. Holding here. Find your foundation, find your breath. If it's ever too much on the shoulders, hands can come to heart. It was shifting the weight to the front foot. Back toes might need to hop in a little bit. Shift your heart forward. Warrior three pose. Hands can draw to heart. Squaring off the hips, flexing the back foot. Keep the collarbones broad. Soften through the front knee, touch the left toes back. Open yourself up, come into a goddess pose. So heels in, toes out. Sink your hips. So knees and toes should be pointing in the same direction. And then we'll bring our hands to our thighs. And we'll just dip our right shoulder to the center of the mat. Come back through center. Dip the left shoulder, just opening up the shoulder blades, neck. Back through center, twice more either side. Sink the hips a little deeper. Once you've made your way back through center, pause here. Sink the hips, tuck the tail, activate the hamstrings. Next, inhale, 5-pointed start. Sink the hips over to the left heel, Skandasana. Hold here. Lift the hips back through center. This time, bring the toes in, heels out. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take a fold. You can come down onto forearms. Just here for a couple more rounds of breath. Shift the weight to the toes, opening up the backs of your legs. Halfway lift, breath in, hands underneath the shoulders. And then exhale, walk your hands to the front of the mat to frame the front foot, all 10 toes forward. Left hand down, right fingertips rise. Into a twist. And then weight will shift to the left palm. Spin to the outside edge of the left foot. Step your way back. Vinyasa side plank. Press into the left hand, hips lift high. Try keeping the hips square. So your right hip might want to sag backwards. Press the right hip forward. Plant the right palm, high plank. Your choice for chaturanga will meet in our downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the left heel. Draw the knee to the nose. Step the foot through. Back knee stays lifted. Inhale, rise. High lunge. Take a moment here to pause. Find your foundation. Strong legs. Inner thighs squeezing, hips are squared. Get a nice deep steady breath. Draw the hands to the heart if they're not already. Weight shifts to the front foot. Start to lean the torso forward. And then warrior three pose. Pausing here. Find your balance. Stay soft through the front knee. Stay flexed through the back foot. Slowly step your way back. Come into your crescent warrior. And then make your way over to the right side, goddess pose, heels in, toes out. Sink the hips, hands to heart. Pausing here. And then hands can come back to the thighs. Dip the right shoulder down. Back through center. Left shoulder. Through center. Twice more either side. You got this on your own. Try keeping the hips low. Mine want to pop up a little bit every time I come through center. Keep pressing your inner thighs to the back of the room. Make your way back through center and pause. Sink a little deeper. Next, inhale, 5-pointed star. And then sink the hips towards the right heel, Skandasana. Root down through the hands, underneath the shoulders. Lift the hips, draw toes in, heels out. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, fold. Wide-legged forward fold, maybe playing with an inversion if it's a part of your practice. Up back on the hands. Pivot the toes to the front of the room. Right hand down, left fingertips to the sky. Take a twist. Weight shifts to the knife edge side of the foot. Stack the left foot on top of right, back of the mat. Vinyasa. Again, make sure the hips are squared. Draw the left hip forward just about an inch. Plant down through the left palm. Your choice for chaturanga or downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. Full round of breath out. Next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, sink your hips, Utkatasana chair pose. Biceps next to the ears. Sink a little deeper. Next inhale, standing. And then exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Your journey through chaturanga, or head straight to your downward facing dog. Lift the right heel to the sky. Draw the knee to the nose and step through. Crescent on your breath in. Exhale, hold. Biceps can stay next to the ears. Warrior 3, lifting off. If you want to take airplane arms, feel free to go there too. And then this time, land the back foot, heels in, toes out, goddess pose right away. Sink the hips. Find some stillness. This time, lift the right heel and lower. Lift the left heel. Lower, right, left. Keep going back and forth. Keep the hips low. They naturally want to pop up. Come back through center, both heels lifted. Lower the hips. Heels lower back down. 5-pointed star. Sink the hips to the left heel, Skandasana. Lift your hips through center, toes in, heels out. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just one round of breath here. Halfway lift. Pivot the feet, walk the hands to the front. Vashisthasana, side plank. You can stay here. If you would like to transition into a wild thing, step the right toes behind the left leg. Lift the hips. When you're ready, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the left heel. Knee to nose. Step the foot through. Crescent warrior. Exhale to hold. Biceps can stay next to the ears. Shift the weight forward. Warrior 3 pose. Find your balance. Step the foot back. This time, goddess pose right away. Hands to heart. Back to those heel lifts, left and right. Keep going back and forth. Couple more rounds here. Sink the hips. Building strength in the legs. And then land back with the heels lifted. Take an inhale. Exhale. Land the heels, shoot the legs long. 5-pointed start. Skandasana, back of the mat. Land the hands, lift the hips, toes in, heels out. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale to a fold. Come back onto your hands, pivot the feet. Vashisthasana, side plank, right side. Again, either stay here. If you'd like to add in a wild thing, feel free. And then root down through the left palm. High to low plank. Downward facing dog. Full breath here. And full breath out. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step, hop, float, tap the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise. Sink the hips. Utkatasana chair pose. Sink a little deeper here. Holding here. Draw the hands to your heart. This time, inhale through the top of the head. Exhale, twist to the right. Just find a prayer twist. And back through center. Twist over to the left side. Inhale through center. Exhale, hold. Root to rise, lengthen. And exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Halfway lift. Your journey through Chaturanga or downward facing dog. Lift the right heel. Step the foot next to the right thumb. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hold. Warrior 3 pose. Your variation. This time, standing splits, land the hands, lift the left heel a little bit higher. Draw your nose to your right knee, fold. You can stay here. If you want to work some handstand hops, if that's a part of your practice, feel free. Play with shifting the weight to the hands and the toes. Maybe just working on lifting the right heel. When you're ready, land the back foot, heels in, toes out, lift. This time, biceps next to the ears. Goddess pose. This time, lifting both heels at the same time. And then lower. Lift. Lower. Keep going with your breath. Once more, keep them lifted. Take an inhale. Exhale. Lower the heels, shoot the legs long. And then sink your hips, Skandasana. Lift your hips through center, wide-legged forward fold. This time, just pivot the right foot to the front of the room. Right hand to the shin or a block. Come into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Left fingertips to the sky. Right hand can stay lifted, or you can gently rest it, but avoiding collapsing. Use your core strength to stabilize you. Gentle bend in the front knee, avoiding locking out the joint. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior. Front knee bends. A moment here just to feel that nice, delicious stretch the right side of your body. Soften the right shoulder. Cartwheel the hands down. Side plank, left side. Maybe keep the right foot floating. You can stay here, maybe grab for the top of the right foot. Coming into a little quad stretch. If you would like to take wild thing once more, you can take it there. Whenever you're ready, journey through Chaturanga. Left heel lifts. Knee to nose, step through. Crescent, breath in. And then warrior three. Pausing here. And then standing splits, land the hands, lift the right heel a little higher. If you would like to play with some handstand hops, you can play with lifting the left heel, shifting the weight to the hands and toes. And then land the back heel, heels in, toes out, goddess. Sink the hips. Biceps next to the ears. Lift both heels, then lower. Keep the hips lowered so you're only lifting the heels. Stay stable through the low body. One more time, lift and hold. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink. 5-pointed star. And then sink your hips, Skandasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Toes in, heels out. Pop back onto the hands. This time just pivot the left foot to face the front of the room. Both legs long, left toes might need a wiggle, or right toes might need a wiggle in. Press the left hand lightly on the left shin. Right arm peels open to the top of the room. You can either stay here. You might want to float the bottom arm, working on core engagement. Deep, steady breath here. Bend through the front knee, reverse your warrior. Pausing here, feel that nice stretch all the way down the left side of the body. Cartwheel the hands down. Vashisthasana side plank right away. Option to float the top leg. Maybe come into a quad stretch, grab hold of the top of the left foot. When you're ready, journey through Chaturanga. And then sink the hips to the heels. Come into a child's pose. And you can let the arms rest alongside the thighs. Rocking the forehead side to side here. We're going to take this sequence one more time through, one breath per movement. So whenever you're ready, meeting back in your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step hop, float top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sink the hips, chair. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Shoot the legs long, baby back bend. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga or downward facing dog. Lift the right heel to the sky. Step the foot between the hands. Crescent warrior. Exhale, warrior three. Standing splits. Option for a handstand kick up. When you're ready, land back, heels in, toes out. Goddess. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, sink. 5-pointed star. Skandasana. Lift up back through center. Hands down. Toes in, heels out. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pivot the right toes to the front of the room. Right hand to the shin. Left fingertips rise. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Side plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Next inhale, left heel lifts. Knee steps next, or foot steps next to the left thumb. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, lands you back. Oh, my bad, actually. Standing splits. One little handstand hop here if you want it. And then land the back heel. Heels and toes out. Goddess pose. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Shoot the legs long. Breath in. Exhale, Skandasana. Press into the hands, lift the hips. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pivot the left toes, left hand to the shin, right fingertips to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, side plank. Inhale to hold. Final chaturanga here. Make it count. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Lower the shins down. Take a moment on your heels. Find the breath. Close the eyes. Letting go of anything that happened or didn't happen in your practice this morning. Coming into a couple twists, upper body twists. Lift the arms overhead. On your next exhale, just take a twist over to the right side, left-handed, right leg, right hand behind the hips. Keep reaching the left side of the chest over to the right side of your room. Lift the fingertips through center. Exhale, twist to the left side. And come back through center. Interlace the hands behind the low back into a fist, and then trace the toes with the fist. Roll the shoulders down the back, collarbones broad. Do a little shoulder opener. And then draw the fist to the right hip. Squeeze the right elbow to the midline, the center of your body. And then you can drop the left ear over to the left shoulder, just coming into deeper opening of the front deltoid, neck. Back through center. Switch out the sides, draw the left elbow in, and then lower the right ear to the right shoulder. back through center. One more fist, little pull down to the earth, to the toes, to open the chest out broad. Maybe shift the gaze. And then release. Swing the legs out in front of you. Flex the toes back to the face. Inhale, arms reach overhead. And then reach from the sits bones all the way out to the fingertips. Take a little fold forward. Release the backs of the legs, the head. Fall to the knees. And then draw the heels together, knees wide. You can sit as close as you want to the heels, or make them as far away as you would like. Bring the palms on either side of the outside edges of the feet. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. You can stay upright or maybe start to crawl the hands to the front of the room, melting the chest over the legs. Slowly roll yourself up. Draw the knees together with the hands, and then make your way onto your back. You can take a happy baby pose once you arrive. Sway the body back and forth. And taking any last movements your body's craving. When you're ready, make your way to your final resting pose. Letting go of the breath. Eyes are closed. Let the lips fall apart. Shoulders drop. Soften the pelvis. Knees and toes fall out to the edges of the mat. Now noticing the energy of the body, the emotional state of the heart, and the quality of your thoughts. And taking note of just what a little bit of love and kindness and generosity can do for yourself. And taking this moment, next couple of moments, closing out your practice, taking however long you need to rest in your Shavasana. Intuitively guiding yourself out. Have a beautiful weekend. Namaste.